So this box arrived a few days ago. It's from ThinkGeek. I ordered the Retron 5. Should be inside here. And let's open it up, take a look. Some packing insulation, and inside is the shipping receipt. Set that aside, and here it is, the Retron 5, brand new. I got the black edition. There's a silver or a gray edition, kind of black on top and gray. I think the black looks a little sleeker. This was $140 is the suggested retail price. I got it for that from ThinkGeek the other day. It just arrived. It took about 3 or 4 days to ship. Let's open it up and see what's inside. So first, there's a couple tabs on each side and at the bottom. I'm going to just cut those with this handy little screwdriver just to slice that open. Preserve this box. Maybe be worth something someday, probably not. But also, if you have to return it, you know, you want to have it in good shape. Pop that tab there. This tab here. Get that open. There we go. And then this guy at the bottom. Actually opening the side, it looks like here. Little sticky circle right there as well that I'm going to just cut open. Okay. I like the packaging. It's pretty sleek. It's got you know, a description of different controllers you can connect. Wireless, of course, the remote control or the paddle that you have to control the Retron with, at least at this stage. So let's slide it out and take a look. Okay, I'm going to set this box aside. Packing, set that aside. Okay, inside, the brains of the whole thing. We've got a power adapter. We also have a little bit of tape on this. These are adapters. Oh boy, I dropped all the way on the floor. For different countries. So obviously you probably know this plays games from all sorts of different regions, and with these power adapters you can use this same how does this even go in here? I'm not sure. Fortunately, I'm in the United States, so I don't have to worry about that. But if you're international, you'll want to know that we have these three different converters. Set those aside. Here is the control paddle. Again, it's black, matching the body of the Retron 5. Kind of, you hear that clicking? Yeah, it feels about as cheap as it sounds. It doesn't feel like it would break. You know, it's fairly sturdy, but those buttons sure don't sound very reassuring. These triggers are kind of funny as well. This is the USB port that we will connect this to the Retron in order to, well, to any outlet, in order to charge the batteries inside this guy. It's the controller. Eight-way joystick there. And all right. Of course, HDMI cable. The Retron 5 outputs 720p, which is fantastic. It's upscaling, converting your classic games into this higher resolution. Now, of course, the information in the games, there's only so much resolution, but it's doing some interpolation and some tricks to upscale it. So it's not really adding more information, but it's making it look a lot sleeker and more attractive. And of course outputting an HDMI signal, so now you can go to your HD television with the 720p signal. This is the cable that we will use to connect our paddle, our controller, to the Retron in order to charge it. And finally, the Retron itself. 5 different ports on this. Got Genesis, Super Nintendo, Nintendo, Famicom, and then of course up front we have the Game Boy port, 3 different Game Boy systems there. So total of 9 different devices, 9 different systems you can play, 10 if you get the power converter for the Sega Master System, plug that in the top. This is the cradle that the controller rests in. You see how he kind of, there's some grooves and he sits neatly in there. Not bad, pretty happy with that. Of course, on either side you have inputs for your controllers. The Genesis input, the Nintendo and Super Nintendo. Same thing on the flip side, Genesis, Classic Nintendo and Super Nintendo. Power on the front there, and then on the back side, this is where your SD card will go. Pretty much mandatory if you want to be able to save games, continue from where you are, which is one of the biggest features of the Retron 5. This is HDMI, here's USB, and this is where the power plugs in. So the Retron 5, this is the 4th Retron system put out by Hyperkin. And the reason this is so cool is it has software that can be updated. You update the firmware to work with modifications, newer cheat codes for games, better, faster hardware, whatever it is, expansion, homebrew games that this system will then be able to recognize as you update, as you continue to update the Retron to the latest software, latest operating system. Yeah, pretty great. Phone number on the bottom, little vent. What else? Of course, the instructions and a couple stickers so you can, of course, tag your whatever you want to tag, your car, your desk, your Retron, your refrigerator. pretty beefy instruction manual, actually. Looks like we got 2 languages here. Actually, maybe more. English, French, Spanish, and Portuguese. Okay, so 1/4 of this is English, and that's the instruction manual. They've got a picture of the two-tone, the gray system, gray controller and gray trim around the Retron. That's the Retron 5. I'm ready to try it out, see what I think of it. There have been complaints that these ports, that the pins are very tight, and people are concerned about ruining or bending, breaking the pins of their game, or maybe the pin here, the slot here. So we'll have to try that out, see what I think of this remote control. Probably we'll just be using this to interface with the Retron 5 and then actually playing games off of classic controllers, which are so durable and still, 30 years later are going strong. All right. Thanks for watching, and happy gaming.